Imagine a man so trusted, so wise, that a king makes him one of the most powerful officials in the entire empire. This was Daniel, serving under King Darius in ancient Persia. His integrity and wisdom were unmatched, and the king favored him greatly, even considering him for a position above all others. But with great favor comes great jealousy. The other high officials and satraps watched Daniel, their hearts filled with envy. They couldn't find a single fault in his work or his character. He was diligent, honest, and completely dedicated. So, if they couldn't attack his professional life, they decided to attack his personal faith. These jealous officials knew Daniel's unwavering devotion to his God. This, they thought, was his only weakness. They hatched a wicked plan and went before King Darius with a flattering proposal. They suggested, "Oh, King Darius, live forever. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors, and the princes have consulted together to establish a royal statute, that whoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days except of you, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. The king, pleased by this apparent show of loyalty and not suspecting their true motives, signed the decree. And according to the law of the Medes and Persians, once a decree was signed by the king, it could not be changed. The trap was set. Now, when Daniel learned that the decree had been signed, what do you think he did? Did he hide? Did he compromise his beliefs? Not at all. He went home to his upstairs room where the windows opened toward Jerusalem. Just as he had always done, he got down on his knees 3 times a day, prayed, and gave thanks to his God. He didn't change his routine. He didn't close his windows. His faith was not something to be practiced in secret. It was the very core of his being. Of course, the conspirators were watching. They spied on him, caught him in the act of praying, and rushed back to the king, eager to report what they had seen. They reminded the king of his own decree. Did you not sign a decree that any man who prays to any god or man within 30 days, except to you, O king, would be thrown into the lion's den? The king confirmed it, stating the law was unchangeable. Then they dropped their bombshell, that Daniel, who is one of the exiles from Judah, pays no attention to you, O king, or to the decree you have signed. He still makes his petition 3 times a day. Hearing this, King Darius was deeply distressed. He realized he had been tricked. He spent the rest of the day trying to find a way to save Daniel, but his hands were tied by his own law. The conspirators pressed him, reminding him that the law of the Medes and Persians could not be altered. With a heavy heart, the king gave the order. Daniel was brought and cast into the den of lions. Before the stone was sealed over the mouth of the den, the king spoke to Daniel. His voice filled with sorrow, but also a glimmer of hope. He said, "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." The king then returned to his palace, where he spent a sleepless night. He refused food, entertainment, and any comfort. His mind was consumed with worry for the faithful man he had been forced to condemn. He couldn't shake the image of Daniel, alone in the darkness, surrounded by hungry lions. Was there any hope? Could Daniel's God truly perform such a miracle? The night was long and silent, a stark contrast to the turmoil in the king's heart. At the first light of dawn, the king rose and hurried to the den of lions. His heart pounded in his chest as he approached the sealed entrance. He called out in an anguished voice, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to rescue you from the lions?" He held his breath, fearing the silence that might follow. But then, a voice called back from the darkness of the den. It was Daniel. He said, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight, nor have I ever done any wrong before you, O king." The king was overjoyed. He commanded that they take Daniel up out of the den immediately. When Daniel was brought out, they examined him and found not a single scratch on him, because he had trusted in his God. The miracle was undeniable. The power of Daniel's God had been displayed for all to see. But the story doesn't end there. The king's relief quickly turned to righteous anger. He commanded that the men who had maliciously accused Daniel along with their families be brought and cast into the very same lion's den, and before they even reached the floor of the den, the lions overpowered them. Witnessing this profound display of justice and divine power, King Darius was moved to write a new decree for all the people in his kingdom. It read, "I issue a decree that in every part of my kingdom people must fear and reverence the God of Daniel. For he is the living God, and he endures forever. His kingdom will not be destroyed. His dominion will never end. He rescues and he saves. He performs signs and wonders in the heavens and on the earth. He has rescued Daniel from the power of the lions." And so, Daniel prospered during the reign of Darius, and even into the reign of Cyrus, the Persian. His story of unwavering faith in the face of death became a powerful testament, echoing through generations, a reminder that trust in God can shut the mouths of lions. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories of faith and courage. See you next time.